Brilliant. So Seconds Out, delighted to be joined by Luke Campbell. Last time we spoke to you, you were kind of enjoying lockdown, if that's the right word, spending more time with the family, having some rare time to chill out as well without the rigours of training. It's a month further down the line now. Are you starting to get a bit kind of frustrated, itchy knuckles, as they say?
Yeah, I'm certainly missing boxing, and that's my job. It's what I do. It's my livelihood. And it feels like I'm just sitting waiting until I can return. I'm waiting at the bus stop to catch the bus, and it's not coming. But like I said, again, I'll say on the other side of things, I'm at home and I'm enjoying family time. Literally, from the age of 15 years old, I've been going away all over the world, competing in training camps and everything like that. So this is the longest period I've had at home for a long time. So I am enjoying that aspect of things. But then on the other side of things, I'm excited to get back into the boxing ring and start training camp and fighting again.
How old are your boys now, Lincoln and Leah?
But one that is 10 in a couple of days' time, and the other one's 7.
So they're good ages
So
then, and stuff you can do with them at home, like playing in the garden, all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, literally, yeah. I mean, I've just got back off a bike ride now, so I was worried if I was out, I didn't have a signal, so we got on pretty sharpish.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. You have to tell the boys I'm sorry for cutting their bike ride short.
That's all right. They don't like exercise.
I'm sure that will change.
Yeah.
Have you had any indication of when you might be coming back, like which of the shows that are being planned by Matchroom you might be on?
I'm not sure really, because there's no certainty to anything at the moment. I think as soon as they get a clear picture in knowing exactly what's going on and what can happen, then I'm sure they'll let me know. I mean, I've spoken to Eddie a few times now during lockdown, and obviously my fight was one of the first that got cancelled due to COVID. So he did say that I would be out as soon as he can make it possible. So it lies with them really, but I know that they fight in my corner and they want me out as much as myself.
What's the latest news with the WBC situation? I know last time we spoke to you, you were quite bullish about it, and WBC have been pretty quiet in the last few weeks. Do you know exactly what's going on?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. And like during lockdown, I'm literally not bothered what happens. Or I just want to get out there and compete and fight, entertain the crowd, and keep moving forward and getting better. So that's the only thing that's on my mind right now, is winning, just getting back in the ring and winning, no matter who it's against or what it's for.
There's been a lot of kind of mockery on social media about Devin Haney getting that WBC belt, apparently twice now without fighting for it. What do you make of that whole issue?
It's some fighters can get it that way, and some fighters have to do it a harder route. I think everybody's on a different path in life, but certainly I wouldn't like it that way personally. When I fight for a world title, I want everybody to know who I am to start with, and then when I win a world title, I want people to know that he fought well for that, he well deserved it, and he is a true champion. So, it's as much as what we're all doing boxing for, it's the respect of the fans is so important to myself.
Yeah, I mean, it must be frustrating for you, especially because you've had 2 world title shots against arguably 2 of the best lightweights of your generation.
Yeah, and on I keep saying it every time, but I still thought I nicked that first fight with Linares, but he got the decision. It was in his back garden on his turf, so he walked away on a split decision. But yeah, my time will come. I guess it wasn't my time right then, and my time's still to come.
And speaking of Linares, it's looking like he's on a collision course with Ryan Garcia. What do you make of that fight? Is it one where it's all about timing, that it's maybe not the Linares that you fought anymore?
He's still a very good fighter. He's still a dangerous fighter. He's still a warrior and a three-weight world champion. No one can ever take that away from him. Is he still the Linares that I fought? No, I doubt it. But who knows? Who knows? He did fantastic in his last fight. He got a great KO victory. So who knows? He's a dangerous opponent. And I maybe just think that Garcia is just saying our names to build fights for the future. But I can't see him stepping up and taking Linares right now.
You gave Lomachenko one of his toughest fights, certainly outside of the only defeat on his record. What do you make of his, I can't call it a unification fight anymore, of course, but his fight with Teofimo Lopez? Well, I'll call it unification, but not undisputed.
Yeah, it's a very exciting fight. It's certainly a fight that I will be tuning in to watch, or if not being there, depending on the circumstances and rules and regulations of what's going on in the world. But yeah, I mean, I've been in the ring with both guys. I've done a lot of sparring with Lopez, and obviously, as you know, I've been in the ring with Lomachenko, so I know them both. I think it'll be a great fight.
How long ago was it that you sparred with Lopez, and what did you make of him?
Probably a couple of years ago now. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He has skill. He's got to be a world champion quicker than what I had. So he's certainly a top fighter.
Do you resent that a little bit when you see other fighters getting certain shots where you feel you'd have won that one? Like, for example, you feel you nicked Linares, Lomachenko, one of the best fighters, pound for pound in the world. You probably feel like if you'd have fought Richard Comey on that night, as Lopez did, you'd have got the job done. So is there a bit of frustration there?
I don't resent anything. Yes, there could be frustration, but in myself. But this is the world we live in. Everything's not straightforward. Everything's not how you want it to be. But I'm not resentful. I'm certainly frustrated, because I look at my position now and I sometimes think me getting that decision over Linares, which I thought would have been fair. And then I was due to box the Russian for the WBC, who was ranked. Me and him was ranked 1 and 2, so I should have really fought a Russian guy for the WBC and not Lomachenko. So if I looked at it like that, I could look at it as like, yeah, I could already be 2-time world champion by now. But listen, I'm not. But like I say, I'm not resentful for that. I can be a little bit frustrated with that. That's only natural. It's human to be frustrated. But I'm still in love with the sport. I still love what I do, and I'm still striving to be the best and to get to the top.
Eddie Hearn said a lot recently that with the travel restrictions in place and the lack of fans for the moment in the UK fights, there might be more Brit versus Brit domestic clashes. Is there anyone out there in and around your weight that would interest you from a domestic perspective?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I've never really thought about it, but I'm open for any of them. I really am. I'm open for anyone. Now this is my time now, I believe, and it's my time to shine, and I want to go out there and show everybody how good I really am. Looking back at the performance against Lomachenko, I know I can be a lot better than that. So I know if I can be a lot better than I was on that night, what else could I do against someone like Lomachenko? I'd love the opportunity to go against him in the future, because I really feel like I can get that turned over and I can get a win there. But listen, that's not in my sights just yet. But I really want to go get any of them will do me.
And you've had obviously a bit of time with Shane McGuigan now. It's been kind of temporarily on pause because of the lockdown. But there's certain things you guys were working on that you're still able to work on your own.
I speak to Shane regular, still in lockdown. Talk about what I've been doing in training. It's hard for a lot of fighters, obviously, in lockdown, what's available to them. But you know, we're doing our best, and I tell him what training I'm doing, and if he says change this or do that, then I'll do what he tells me to do. But yeah, we're in a fantastic. We're training really good just before lockdown. You know, I was flying in the last camp, best I've ever felt. It's weird, like obviously I'm getting older, but I feel like I'm still becoming a better athlete and a better boxer. The older I get, so it's exciting, really is.
It must be difficult in a way because obviously your training facilities are based at the University of Kent. Whereas if you had a private gym, it might be easier to reopen it quite soon. But because it's more of a public gym, I guess that's got other restrictions involved.
Well, the boxing gym is private. Yeah, so we're lucky in that aspect. Obviously, the other gym in the university where we'll be doing strength conditioning and circuits and things like that, that's a public gym. But we don't really need that type of stuff. We can do that stuff anywhere. But the boxing gym, luckily enough, is private. So we can have one-on-one lessons in there as soon as we're allowed to, really. So I know Shane's working his very best to get that started and to get us back into training camp.
And just before we let you go, what would you say to fans out there who are really keen to see you, you know, ascend that final step and get that world title? Is it just kind of be patient? It's going to happen soon?
Yeah, just keep tuning into me, keep watching, and you're going to see it all happen. And I'm going to give you a great night of entertainment at the same time.
Brilliant. Well, I really appreciate your time. I'm going to let you go and enjoy the lovely sunny day and see you soon, hopefully in person.
Yeah, look forward to that.
Take
nice one. Thanks for that.
All right, speak to you soon.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.